Hi everyone, and if you're new to my channel, my name's Lisa. I live in this little 15-foot vintage caravan called Priscilla with my little dog Pixie Angel, and at the moment we are farm sitting in northwest Victoria, and we've got a little cat to feed and some chookies to feed, and I've just been having another very chilled, relaxing time on the farm, pottering about, doing my usual stuff, and also I finally decided to bite the bullet and tackle the very big task of dealing with all the stuff I have stashed in my storage shed, which I have found very hard, but it's all part of this process I'm going through at the moment of letting go. Is I'm going to go through all these things I had packed in boxes from when I used to have a house, which was 7 years ago now since I've been in a house, and go through the boxes and actually work out what of this is really actually relevant to my life and what I am ready to let go of. And so, yeah, a lot of, just look at the weather. It's been amazing. Like, it doesn't get super hot, maybe about maximum of 15 degrees most days, which is beautiful. This is early morning. We just wake up and this is what we do. My caravan gets sunshine all day long where I've got it at the moment. And so I just sit out there and enjoy the sunshine. It's great. Here it is. This is my life in boxes. That was a coffee table I had made at Grease Fest years ago, and that was a painting of my view from my apartment at Kangaroo Point when I lived in Brisbane. And this is a painting that I won at an art auction in Mullaney, and some cool retro chicks. Lots of like Route 66 souvenirs, snow skis, just so much stuff. Oh my gosh, look at it all. It's just, yeah, lots of things like this, caravan bits and pieces, boxes full of ornaments. Ugh. So, my job, should I choose to accept it, is to open these boxes one by one, fill up the back of the car with stuff to take to the tip. I'm going to go talk to the lady down at the vintage retro shop and see if she'd be interested in buying some of the more cool retro stuff that I've got. I've even got like a drive-in movie speaker thing. There's some really cool stuff in here. Anyway, I cried all the way here, but I'm fine once I'm here now. I've realized I'm like, okay, I can do this. It would be really nice to have somebody to help me do it. Like, just, I feel like it'd be one of those jobs that I'd be more motivated to do if I had someone beside me saying, nah, Lisa, get rid of it. You don't need that. It's not just getting rid of stuff and letting go. Like, this is, I'll tell you, this is the journey I'm on. It's letting go of stuff, but it's also letting go of the dream, you know? It's letting go of the fantasy of one day I will have a house and I will be able to put this stuff in it, and coming to terms with the reality of that, you know, I just don't see that happening in my future. I think I'll be living in the caravan till the day I die, and it's not because I didn't try hard. I mean, I really tried. I worked. I did everything I could, and post-divorce, when I tried to buy my own little house for $60,000 in Anala, and the bank turned me down, even though I was working full-time. And I said to them, like, what? You would turn me down for a place that was like $80 a week mortgage. I had a deposit, and then put me out into a rental market where I'd be paying like 3 times that amount, which I did. And then that goalpost just kept, you know, I kept chasing it and chasing it and chasing it. And I moved to America because houses were still cheap there. And I nearly bought a beautiful little house that was, I used to walk past the post office every day, $70,000, put in an offer, had a deposit, a small deposit, and somebody who had $5,000 more as a deposit got it. It had been sitting vacant and for sale for ages by that stage, like a couple of years now. And even as I was there, prices ran away, and I came out here to this part of Australia because I'd heard that you could get a house out here for under 100 grand. And at that stage it was like, you know, I don't have the income anymore. I don't have the savings in a deposit. I just stopped chasing that dream. I had to stop chasing that dream and stop striving for that, because I had to realize that if I did keep thinking about the things that would have made me happy, then I wasn't going to be content with the situation I'm in, and I would make myself miserable. I didn't want to make myself miserable because my caravan makes me happy. So that's kind of that's why letting go of the stuff is hard, because it's letting go of a lot of things, not just the stuff. It's not about the stuff. It's not about the stuff. It's about what the stuff meant for my hopes and dreams for my own future. And that is hard to come to terms with. But that's the reality, not just for me, but for many, many older women who, you know, we didn't build up superannuations because we spent many years at home looking after children. We never had an income. I mean, I was never qualified enough, even when I did work full time, to be earning the kind of money that, you know, my ex-husband had earned. And, you know, it was always fairly low paying jobs that I had, but at that stage it was enough to survive and at least rent a house. Not anymore. And then, yeah, I guess I pushed myself way too hard with the striving and trying with the business to get to that point. I'm going to buy a house one day, I'm going to buy a house one day, and ended up completely rooting my whole body from just pushing too hard and the emotional stress of it all, which is another thing I haven't kind of been wanting to talk about at the moment. But my hands, I mean, I'm wearing a splint on this one because it is just so painful. So painful. I think I've got an injury. I think what it is, because I've been looking it up online, and it's something to do with this thumb and the fingers and the wrist. It's so weak and so painful. I go to pick something up and I just drop it. Like, I have no strength in this hand at all. And I think it might be a saxophone related injury, which sucks, because I was busking a few times when it was really, really, really icy cold. And I remember my fingers getting really sore, and I was, you know, probably exacerbated the I think from what I've gathered, you know, Dr. Google and YouTube, it's called de Quervain's tenosynovitis. And I've been doing like these exercises that people have recommended, like with a rubber band, and just trying to strengthen and heal that. But obviously it's very inflamed, and it could take, I don't know, last time I had a tendon injury, it took 6 months to recover. So I'm really hoping. So I haven't played saxophone at all because I just want to rest this hand as much as possible. Both of my hands just don't work at all for the first couple of hours of the morning when I wake up. But it's mainly just the pain. The pain has been really intense, and to the point where I feel it actually upsets me. Like, I get down about being in pain all the time and frustrated because I want to do so much more. Like, I've been meaning to come up and do this, and it's just like, oh, I'm so sore. You know, like, yeah. I mean, luckily these boxes are arranged in a way that it won't be that hard for me to just open one at a time and load things up into the car as I go. I've looked up when the tip is open, and yeah, I'll just spend the next couple of weeks, I think, just dealing with this. It's a lot. It is a lot. Anyway, I don't like to, you know, I don't like to be down and negative. I'm going to try and look at it as a positive feng shui, clear out the crap, metaphorically and literally, and hopefully that I will feel, I mean, I'm not going to get rid of the shed. Like I said, that I'm keeping the shed. It's cheap. $125 a month for a garage size shed is pretty bloody good for storage, but you know, you are in the middle of nowhere. The advantage of it is that it is in the dry, so I don't have to worry about mold and you know, things getting funky and stuff, like no moisture, that won't flood. It's dry and well ventilated. The only thing is it does get a lot of spiders. There are a few spiders and a lot of dust in here, but I'll probably bring in my little power pack and just run, you know, the vacuum around a bit as I'm sorting myself through here, clean it all up, and maybe even bring in a dust mask or something like that when I get stuck into it. But anyway, for now I just wanted to look and see, basically bite the bullet by driving out here, and I've done it. I've bit the bullet. I made it happen. I've looked, I've seen, I'm prepared for it. Next time I will conquer it. I picked up this little machine from outside the registration office at the showgrounds. When I was camping at the showgrounds, someone had it for sale for $100, and I was running a twin tub for years and years and years that I'd actually bought in the same spot outside the campground office for $80 a few years before. So I put my twin tub onto Facebook Marketplace, sold it for $80, and then the same day was able to buy this for $100. So in actual fact, My washing machine is a $20 washing machine. I love it. In the early days, I used to use this. I used to fill this up with water and just put my washing in and then stomp on it with my feet. But with my hands, the wringing out process is, yeah, I just can't do it anymore. So this has got a great spin cycle. Sphere 3.3. It's, you know, a little bit smaller than a normal wash, but I can pretty much, for me, one person, I can put a normal size kind of, you know, whatever clothes I've used up during the week, and sometimes I'll just separate it into two, and it will do my bedding and everything. But again, sometimes I have to do, you know, 2 or 3 small loads rather than one big one like you would at a laundromat. But for the price saving, it's paid for itself 1,000 times over. And the really cool thing about it is that I can actually run it off-grid from my little power pack of solar power, which I think is awesome. According to the Bluetti at the moment, if I go there and make a shadow, you can see it, 64%. It's telling me it's got 0.7, 0.8 hours of running time at this consumption, which is varying, as you can see on the right. That's the consumption that the washing machine is using up. I haven't got it plugged into a solar panel. I could probably do that and it would make a difference. Maybe I'll go grab the solar panel and do that. But at the moment it will well and truly run for the cycle of the 30-something minutes of this machine. And the reason I'm running it off the Bluetti is because I'm actually plugged, my caravan is currently plugged into the house power. So this is the house power coming in, which is a 10 amp plug, and the caravan plug, which is the blue one, is a 15 amp plug. And so this is like a converter for 15 amp plugs to run off 10 amp power source. It's called an amphibian. I've had this for years. I've used it many times when I'm plugged into houses camping, and it's got like a what do you call it, like a switch override in it, so that it doesn't overload and won't blow the cord or anything and damage your friend's power supply. So it's got like a fuse switch in it. And these things I think cost about $150. Highly recommend it if you're planning, if you've got, you know, if you're running off 15 amp power in your caravan, and there are times when you will need to plug into, you know, the side of people's houses or whatever, then this thing is a great thing. I plugged in the 100-watt solar panel, 57, because some clouds have come across. Look at this. It's final spin, 2 minutes to go, and I'm down to 4%. So that means I got 2 full washes out of 73 or 70% really. So that means if it was fully charged to 100%, or if I'd put the solar on earlier, I could have gotten 3 loads of washing from this tiny little thing. Isn't it cool? I was actually a bit worried because I was like, oh, I hope it doesn't conk out and run out of batteries before my last load's done. But look at that, perfect timing. Oh, and also I wanted to show you how I connected it up to water, because obviously if you're completely off grid, this isn't possible, but this is the one that it came with. And then I've just turned off the water at the hose to show you what I did here. So you can buy this little connector part from a hardware store. It's like a threaded bit at one end to a hose clicking connection at the other, and then that just clicks into like a normal, you know, hose tap connector, whatever you call these things, you know, these adaptery things that you can click in your spray nozzle and things like that too. And that I also click that same thing into this, which is my tank filler adapter. So that just clicks in there as well. So you basically, you know, if you've got a hose connection, I use that to fill my water tank on the caravan, and then unclick it and connect it to that when I want to run my washing machine. And there we go, 2 loads of washing completed with 1% left. You little champion. I'm actually going to be upgrading soon. I'm getting the next one up from this, which is, I forget what it's called, very similar size, but it's got slightly more power to it, which I think will be handy. Yeah, I keep asking Bluetti to sponsor me because I really want to upgrade my old EB200P, the big main one I've got, because they've got a new one now called a what's it called, Elite 300, that apparently will run your air conditioning unit and your rooftop. And I'm like, oh, I want that so bad, but they're like, I think like $3,000. So I'm like, come on, Bluetti, I've been plugging your stuff for years. I know I'm not a huge channel, but geez, I'm a fan, and please sponsor me, because I don't normally accept like random sponsorship, things, but Bluetti is one I would definitely happily endorse if they were. Please send me an upgrade to my very old system. That would be great. Pretty excited about tonight's dinner. A crispy skinned chunk of salmon from my lovely butcher Gary on a bed of roasted pumpkin with rosemary from the garden and lots of salt. That looks so good, doesn't it? Yum. Fresh fish. Love a bit of salmon. Today's job, I took down all the old dead pumpkin vines from the chook fence. It looks so much better now. Yes, I can see you chookies now because you're not covered in dead old pumpkin vines. Billy, have you been sleeping in the nesting box again? How are my chookies going to lay me eggs if you keep sleeping in their box? Come on, let's go for a walk, Billy. Yeah, we're going for walkies. Yeah, I know, you love me. You love Pixie too. You're just going to hassle Pixie. No walkies for chookies. Sorry, we'll see you tomorrow morning. See ya. See you, girls. Okay, kids, let's go walking. I got my children. You coming, Billy? Come on. Let's go. Billy, come for walkies? He says maybe, maybe not. He'll follow me. We went right down the back yesterday, so we're going to do that again today so you guys can see. Billy. Good boy. So yesterday when we were doing this walk, I saw a big red fox. It was hiding in the long grass. I think it was hoping that we wouldn't notice it. And then as we got closer, I did notice it. So I'm going to see. I'm hoping maybe if I have the camera on the ready, I can catch him again. This way, pigs. Just beautiful. I mean, yeah. I've seen them, on the side of the road running out suddenly, but I had never seen one that close up. And yeah, I know they're an absolute pest, but so beautiful. Like really, really beautiful. I stopped a few times, and as it was running off, it stopped and turned and looked at us. So Lily's like just, I don't know, 100 paces behind us at all times. But he comes all the way down the back. It's so funny. Are you going to go play with Pixie? This always fascinates me. These are look, there's little animal tracks in there. Watch out, there's ants. Pixie, come here. No, ants nest. This is an ant's nest, obviously. Pixie, big ants, come away. Pixie, come here, come, quick, ants, guys, get off them. And what they do, silly, and they make a track. You gonna walk right on the ant track, Billy? Are you crazy? Like, you just would not expect to see ant tracks all the way through the paddock. Sheep skull. That's cool. Wow. I found one in their paddock last time I was farm sitting for them like this, and I actually spray painted it pink. It's probably in my shed still. I thought it was cool. I don't know, just kind of sculptures. You can make things out of them. What are you guys doing? You're playing games. Pixie, where's Billy? Pixie. Pixie, come here. Lucky it's not snaky season, otherwise I'd be a bit more worried about these two. Come on, Billy boy. Let's go. Brown. Come on. It's just so beautiful. And this is pretty much my life at the moment. It's just the same as it was last week. Feed chooks, collect eggs, cook breakfast, feed the animals, potter about, do the same thing again. I did go into town today and went to the butcher. That's where I got my beautiful piece of salmon and some oyster blade steaks for the next few days. And then this in the afternoon, just walking around the perimeter of the property. I don't know, we probably spend about an hour or so out here. And I don't know if you can tell from the last video, but off in the distance there, are you coming, kids? Is the Grampians, Grampian Mountains, which, you know, I love the Grampians. And I'll see if I can take it down there and kind of, it didn't really pick it up on the video because they are like, you know, I don't know, maybe 100k away or something. I'll have to look it up on maps. I'm going to guess that these are lentils just by the leaves. They look a little bit like lentils to me. I could be wrong. They could be chickpeas. I'm not really sure. I've never seen chickpeas grow. But right up here, off in the distance, you can see the outline of the Grampian Mountains. I will zoom in. On yonder horizon, beyond the tree line, it's kind of, you can't really tell because it looks blue and it's blue and the sky is blue, but the mountains are a darker blue than the sky. I just like knowing that they're right there. The animals are like, why do we stop here and stare off into the distance? We do it because it makes me happy. Okay, guys? Meow. Okay, back corner done. We'll work our way along the back fence and then come back around. And we'll see if we can find the sheep. We did find the sheep yesterday. They are not friendly sheep. They just bolt as soon as they see you. So they'll be hiding in a corner somewhere. But there's lots of little lammies. Oh yeah, I see them. There's a lot of sheep. And they're very tasty, just saying. Thank you very much, sheepies, for the lovely lamb chops that I had the other day. Courtesy of Pete and Chris's deep freeze that they'd let me have. Delicious lamb chops. As you can see, they've got plenty of grass to eat. And I think that's why I like lamb so much, is because you know that all it's eaten is natural. There's nothing added to its diet. Like with beef, they sometimes feed them grain and put them in a feed lot and things like that, whereas these guys are just out here in the wilderness, and they're just so much more tasty. Like you can just notice the difference with the meat here. It's just yeah, absolutely amazing. Like the oyster blade steaks that I got out of the deep freeze yesterday were the most delicious thing I have ever eaten in my life. Like I couldn't believe how tasty it was, how different. Okay, can you see the sheep? There are sheep over there, little white dots in the distance, if you can see them. Maybe. Let's see if we can sneak up on them. They're pretty smart, I guess, because they're always looking out for foxes, so they have to protect themselves from creatures. So they're pretty quick. So obviously, yeah, this is July and there's an abundance of grass and it has been raining a lot, but in a few months it will be very, very dry. Oh, and the two sheds, so you know how it's like one looks like a shearing shed, the other shed is a wool shed. The son of the people who own this property came around today and told me that that's where they keep the wool, that they shear them and then keep all the wool in the other shed. There they go. Oh, they're on the run. They don't like me very much. And look at these tumbleweeds. These are these weeds, these brown weeds that Pixie's walking through now. They are actually tumbleweeds. They'll blow in the wind. They're kind of like little round balls. They're kind of prickly too, so anyway, There you go. That's a real life tumbleweed. Whee! Yeah, there's lots of them around here. There they go. There go the sheepies. Running, running, running. Got a few lambs in there. Oh, there they go. They're checking me out. Hi, sheepies. Oh, look at them staring at me. At least letting me get a bit closer. Hi, sheepies. Sure, I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to say hello. You're not very friendly, are you? They're all just stop and stare. Oh, there they go. On the run. Oh, look at the little lammies. Lammies up front. Off they go. Yeehaw! Wanna go home? Yeah? While the world outside seems to be going crazy, to the point where nothing out there seems predictable or assured anymore, this place, here at the base of a tree, grounded to the earth and basking in the delicious rays of the setting sun, makes sense. This is what brings me peace. This feels safe. This I can count on. Being in nature has always been my happy place. This is where I feel at home. Anywhere, anytime, nature nurtures my soul. Being out here has made me realize why I felt so disconnected at my last campsite, so unmotivated, like my life force was slowly but surely being drained away. Even though it ticked all the boxes of what the ideal campsite should be as far as amenities and conveniences go, it all just felt kind of too easy, and I got lazy. This ever-growing sense of disconnection gnawed at my mind. I've realized now that in order for me to feel truly connected, or as I like to say, tap to the source, I either need community connection, regular contact with people who accept me and who I feel safe with, or with nature. Obviously, to have both would be ideal, but even in my solitude out in nature, truly tapping into the earth energies, the tree energies, surrounded by the beauty of growing living things, the sounds of birds and bugs, the smell of dirt, gum leaves, grass, and rain, that is kind of its own kind of heaven to me. I need nature like I need oxygen to breathe. It sustains me. I feel my cells like are re-energizing now on a daily basis. I've been spending so much less time on my phone or on the internet. Most of the time I just completely switch my phone off just to make sure I'm 100% focused on the here and the now. That's why I haven't been posting on YouTube as often as I usually do, because I'm practicing what I preach to myself. I'm taking time out to breathe, to be here now. I'd love to hear from you guys to find out what you're doing at the moment to bring peace into your lives. And I just am focusing so much on love, peace, and gratitude. And if we can send as much of that good energy out into the world, I think that that's really the best thing we can do at the moment. But let me know in the comments, like, where do you find your peace? Where is your happy place? Where's your go-to when everything out there just gets too crazy? Thanks so much for watching my videos, guys. I really appreciate you so much, and all my love to you, and I hope you're doing okay. Until next time, see you later from me and Billy Cat and Pixie.